Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the daily race. We are trying to get in a little bit quickly as our racers have started in the race chat. My name is Angels. I'm now joined by Leslie Pro. How are you doing?
Very quiet. Today, we hunting pigs. Anyway, hi everybody. So what we're doing today is we're doing a Triforce hunt. 40-50 the goal, but this time, once we have 40 Triforce pieces, we can drop right down the pyramid hole to take on Ganon. It's a fast Ganon goal.
Yeah, it's fun when we are trying out these new different modes. So definitely something to look out for. So yes, as I said, when instead of just talking to the guy, when you get 40, this time we'll have to beat him as well. So not just getting those Triforce pieces, also getting some combat materials is also what you want to do in this one.
Yeah, speaking of things you want to do, I see a Houlihan opening for top specialist and an AGA 1 check. That is a Twizzle stick. We may have to do Castle Tower as a result of that. In fact, chances are we probably have to do Castle Tower for that. But we'll see.
Yeah, that is spicy. There's only 10 extra Triforce pieces, so it is very possible that they have to do that just to get one of those Triforce pieces. Wow. But yeah, top after Houlihan decided to go to Hyrule Castle, and we have our first sword in the chief hideout in Lost Woods.
The uncle has a broken heart.
Aww. Yeah, nice triple for Structural Mike there. Getting some rupees in preparation for the CAC there, being able to buy those bombs. And Aku was very lucky in getting a bomb drop. Well, they are our first C's.
Faker Jr. on the board, but as is Akuhaish, but no bombs, so Faker Jr. is going to have to return.
As it is with these Triforce hunts, we are most likely gonna see a lot of major items being given out along with these Triforce pieces. So definitely sit down and enjoy a very fast seed.
And top specialist now is the bad news of where Samaria is.
Yeah. One of the other things that was added also, have I been able to deduct here looking at the different stats that is going on. Those 100 and 300 ones are added to the nice item pool, so they don't have as high chance of appearing in GT. So we are gonna see a lot more rupees, just in general.
Which is good, because our runners are going to need them early just for purchasing bombs.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems like we have a total of 4 Triforce pieces in pack.
Library was so quick, I didn't even get to see what was there.
Me neither, that was very quick check. Ooh, and there we had the bombos, did it look like.
Yeah, considering what this mode is, I would grab that. Except Faker doesn't have any bombs.
Yeah, very unfortunate with his bomb handouts this time around. Getting one bomb there, so that is at least something.
Yeah, that was a 50-50 from one of the two 50-50 bushes that will give a bomb.
Yep. And yeah, Mike is not even running down there. He's just immediately saving and quickening back to Link's house, and he's gonna head to South Shore. And Faker decides to wait on with that bombos for later. Oh, it is in fact a piece of C's on in library.
Ooh, blue mail. In the dam.
Yeah. That is a very handy item. Then just to get for these fall seeds, getting an extra mail upgrade just helps you a lot. Because you're more likely to not have as much hearts later on. And Mike decided to head left over to desert. That is a little bit of interesting routing. We most like when we are doing this, we mostly see dam and mini boulder being done together, but he's going to south so in two different rotations.
Well, I can see why, because you're looking for Triforce pieces, so there's a better chance of there being something here. Even so, it's still one check. Personally, I would have paired this with Desert if Book was early, but that's just me.
Yeah, and the other reason I would argue for doing this if you're gonna also check Desert Ledge because of nice fire rod by the way, but it is all...
play, Agina.
Oh god, that is dirty.
There's a reason why Agina became known as Dirty Agina in some parts of this in the SMZ3 community. That right there, that low probability of an opening sphere item being at Agina actually happening.
Yeah, definitely. And there is a Master Sword and flippers on Aku's side, so yeah, Aga is very much in logic.
Boy, you know what? Mini Moldorm Cave is our hype cave today because we got a Triforce piece, a sword, a shield upgrade, as well as a hook shot.
Yeah, the hook shot is gonna be big. They
basically, and flippers too.
Yeah. Right now, if they find gloves, you're definitely gonna have to argue. Do I do egg immediately for potential of that red cane being important, or do I go up the mountain?
Can't go up the mountain yet. We do not have a glove. But when one comes up, that definitely becomes a viable option.
Yeah.
Well, there's a cape and a death warp.
Oh, wow. Well, we have both of the ways to do egg one. Unfortunately, looking at Aku's rupee count, that is not a lot. He's gonna have to hope for a big amount of rupees on Hobo and in the Waterfall Cave. Because otherwise he's gonna have to leave that scamfish behind for the moment. Oh, does not even consider Hobo, he's going immediately for Waterfall Cave. Oh, and we found our second mail.
Ooh, good call to go right there, because that's not only a triangle, that is a glove. That's
Yeah.
Death Mountain access. This seed just opened up big time.
Definitely. And there's just a piece of heart on the ledge. And Top now also going into Harrow Castle to hope to find some good stuff in there.
Chat pointing out that the second mail was located at Dark Cross, so when Faker goes there, that's going to be red mail.
Yeah, definitely. That is a very, very early red mail. It's almost ugly with how early that is. When hammer.
Oh, you know what? That just opened up Tower of Hera.
Yeah. And what did you say the racing was called earlier? Wasn't it something with Hera the racing was called?
Frumbling Hera? I don't bloody remember off the top of my head.
But yeah, Aku is taking that hook shot and that glove and hammer and lamp and heading up the mountain.
It's certainly the play to make at this point in the seed.
Yeah. Top is gonna start his South Shore 6 now. He and Faker are actually having rupees for Sora that Dr. Mike and Aku didn't have, so that's gonna be interesting once they get over there. We have the current, we have 7-7 on the top and 5-5 on the bottom.
And Aku's going directly to East Death Mountain, gonna save the rest of the west side for after Hera, I would assume.
That would mean that he would isolate Spiral Cave then, probably.
Well, by this way, something gets isolated no matter what you do. If you go for Spiral Cave, as top specialist gets the Fire Rod, you would be isolating either Spiral Cave or you would be isolating Spectacle Rock Cave.
Yeah. We have a Triforce piece on Lake Hylia Island as well, so that is one. They only really need a mirror to unlock that. Ooh, look there! We have a bow and a mushroom in Paradox.
Overall, Paradox also had 2 Triforce pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike bombing in the stairs there a little bit. And a 300 on Floating Island.
I didn't see what was in Spectacle Rock Cave, but whatever it is, Structural Mike's going right for it.
Yeah. Probably a Triforce piece. It's very likely that it is. No, it is tempered.
Ooh, something very valuable that I'm pretty sure Akuhaish is going to want to pick up. That is
Yeah.
sword number 3.
Yeah. And
Honestly, in terms of bosses, that sets him up pretty much the rest of the game, because if he finds Silver's great for Ganon. If he doesn't, it's no big deal, really, because Silverless Ganon Tempered is far from the worst thing this game can have you do.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna feel really nice with that tempered. Okay, Sora is a scam artist once again.
Yep. Well, that does not surprise me. The the Zora Pyramid scheme continues. Led by
Yeah.
King Zora. Makes you wonder.
Yeah, definitely makes you wonder. They have the small key, so might be something in the basement then, because there was a map in the first check of Hera. So either compass or an item down there.
Good heads up play by Mike to use the last bomb to buy additional bombs while here in Paradox Cave. That is a shop off to the left. That's good game knowledge.
Nice one for Aku. The seed just keep on giving.
And now for the biggest troll of the game, Vanilla and Randomizer, Moldorm, going for Hammer Strats, which is 3 strikes to the tail, and with that, Moldorm is out of here.
Yeah. First crystal of the seed. And it is a compass, so there is an item in the basement. And switching to the lamp there, Akko might be going down for it.
I certainly would. Because you generally don't want to leave things behind. Especially in a Triforce hunt, because if you leave something behind here, you could really hurt yourself.
Yeah. It is a considered less amount of junk items when it comes to this mode, so yeah, you definitely don't want to leave stuff behind.
And now for a coffee break. Although personally, I still prefer soda to this day. Hot beverages, just too much for me, really.
Yeah, I sort of agree. Soda is better. At the same time, Top has made it over to Waterfall Cave. Structural Mike has joined Aku in Hera, and Faker is just about to get up the mountain.
For a second, I thought Structural Mike was going to go for Hera Pop, but backed off.
Well, you could argue for doing Hera Pot in this seed.
So I missed what was in the big key chest.
It was another Dorito.
So definitely a good call to go down and get that.
Yeah.
As slow as that is, the final 10 could be in a place that are even slower to get to than that.
Yeah.
And Aku's about to get some news that I once learned when I forgot to go to Spectacle Rock Cave one time when I had the option. Always do that first, even if you're going to East Death Mountain.
Yeah. Definitely. Alright, Faker is gonna get some bombs and clean out Kak in the total, then he's probably heading up the mountain. But yeah, it's time for Eastern then. Because otherwise it is gonna have to be Aga climb, which I don't think any of our runners really want to do. Because
Correct. We don't have... And I just want to point out one key major thing is that there's no Moon Pearl yet. At what point does a runner go for it? Saying Moon Pearl's on Pyramid, let's just deal with it.
Because of Bo being on the mountain, probably last location, to be honest.
There's no worse feeling as a runner than last locating a critical item.
Yeah. Into Pendant Eastern we go.
Well, that's another reason to avoid a dungeon, is that it's a pennant, but sometimes pennant dungeons will have something important. Seen it in early game plenty of time.
And yeah, to be fair, yeah, they are not looking to get into GT and get those crystals today. No, pendants might have a little bit higher priority because of the pedestal. Having might have one of our Triforce pieces or another item that we want to have. So in this Triforce hunt, going for pendants and 5-6 crystal palaces might be a play. Oh, and look at that, Hops is not heading up the mountain or into eastern. He's going for Aga.
This is a bold strategy. Let's see if this works out for him.
Well, so far, 2 of the checks have been done in eastern, and it was not one of them. So, yeah. Tops is either being very baited by that red cane, or he is galaxy draining this.
Ooh, a mirror. That's a nice find. Unfortunately, it's not going to do anything right away. It's definitely going to help later on.
Yeah, absolutely. To be honest, looking at the items we have, if Moonpearl was on Pyramid there you have Graveyard Ledge then. That would be your initial, might be your initial Dark World checks. So yeah,
In Top's
nice
case,
find.
I would agree.
Also, Swamp is a very good one. A lot of checks, so why not? And the Striker Mike is gonna go ahead and turn in that mushroom.
This could also be Moonpearl.
So this might be me overthinking stuff, but do you think Aku is rushing for that red cane so that he can do fake powder if it isn't on Lumberjack? Or it isn't on Pyramid Ledge rather?
It's possible, because fake powder... Oh my, that's a big gain for Aku. The boots were in the big chest of Eastern.
Let's go! That is a huge find for him. It looks like Mike is also gonna be picking it up, but wow, that is gonna hurt a bit for Top. If he had the mirror, he could have just go for that or using at the same time as Pod, but waiting and not getting it so far, that is gonna hurt him a bit.
For sure. Now, Top was in trouble health-wise on this climb, however, has managed to crawl it back to having 2 hearts, mostly using bombos for offense and to stay alive.
Yeah. And he's going for the pots that would have hearts as well, so yeah, definitely thinking a little bit defensively here. Definitely needed. At the same time, Aku going for the quick kill on Almost Knights. The last
arrow was no good. Wide right. Apologies to Buffalo fans.
Oh, it is
that's a boomerang.
It is gonna be a Pyramid Ledge.
Especially since I'm not sure what I saw come out of Witch's Hut, but that was not a Moonpearl.
Nope.
So, chat, how many blue balls?
Oh, we are not done behind Harsela yet, but still. Blue ball guesses quickly. I go for the normal 3.
I just say 2 just to not be a total noun, for lack of a better word.
I don't know what would be a better word in that regard, to be honest.
I'm just taking my cue on that from Big John. Oh, we have 2 already.
Yeah, some very early blue balls. A Bone Crocks for Aku, and it's just a piece of heart.
That's a 3rd, so now there's an extra lightning cycle involved.
Yeah.
4. Now, there is a way to optimize the fight against Aga, and that's to try and hit him back towards the center of the room whenever possible. And to do that, you just got to shoot the red ball back. Now, when he's in the corner, you're not going to be able to do that very well, but that's last hit. It was 4.
Yeah. No winners today, unfortunately.
No refill either because we don't have the Moon Pearl.
Yeah. Okay, moment through. It is the Moon
Yep,
Pearl!
the dagger required. Required. Top is first into Dark World, courtesy of that Pyramid Moon Pearl.
And what a way to have as a showcase of this new mod and then this new mode. That is beautiful.
It's like the game knows.
Definitely have to thank Sinek for this one, as he's the one that rolled it. Well, I'm just vibing to this Mario Galaxy MSU we have from top.
Oh, out of balls. You hate to see it. That one hurts.
It does. Going for tier. Oh, no, that was not the correct tier. Head over to the right and buy bombs, maybe? Does that seller
Yeah,
have...
that's what I would do.
He's hoping to just dig up some, though. And yeah, Mike now also finishes off Armos, and Fake is fighting against Mordor. Oh, there we have an 8 bomb pack for top.
That's what he needed. Now we get to see the rest of this hype cave. Take 2.
The supposed hype cave, so we say. We don't know yet, but it is very likely that there's gonna be something good here.
Yep. Which right now is just health, health, health. And, well, there's something. And he takes a page out of Coughlin's book by bombing the chest. You love to see it.
A very appropriate reaction.
So what Top would eventually need is to get that bow from Death Mountain, but for now it's heading towards Pod. Now, with that bow, Top would be able to clear both. Unfortunately, with the mirror being an Eastern, doing Pod and Eastern back-to-back is just not in the cards today.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a bottle either, so he can't do stuff like mimic clipping unless he knows how to do it without the bottle. So he might be locked out very quickly from here.
Aku's making the climb now. Mike heading for Bombos. Looks like Faker's going towards Eastern.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to totally agree with Sinek in chat. Aku did not lose a lot from delaying Aga 1. If anything, he gained a bow, boots, and some other valuable knowledge by holding off.
Yeah.
I can't fault Top Specialist for rushing it because it felt like a Moon Pearl on the pyramid. It's just that in rushing it, he left some other stuff behind.
Yeah, definitely. And Top, where are you going? Oh,
he might know that mimic clip you mentioned.
Ooh, okay, nice. Well, that makes this makes Pod way more profitable then.
Just can't do Homosaur King. No, unless there's a bow here on the right side, which would indicate bow locked silvers.
Yeah. And that is always nice. Both auxiliaries. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what Aku might be rushing once they have acquired the Moon Pearl. Do you think it would be either they go to the left side and do stuff like Thief Town, looking Skullwoods? Do you think it might immediately go to Swamp, or is it gonna be that pod play?
Personally, I go for the pod play because that's a 5-check dungeon, and traditionally, when you have the option to go to pod, it tends to more often than not be the right play.
Yeah.
But is the boss worthwhile here? Unless it's a 5-6 crystal, it would be hard to say.
I definitely want to prioritize the higher item density locations in this mode. Because looking at the equipment, they have what they need to defeat Ganon. It is just a matter of finding those Triforce pieces.
Looks like this Mimic Clip's giving top specialists some trouble. You can use select button to pop up that menu to buffer the input as a way to help.
Yeah, you can. There you go, Aku has finished Aga 1 as well.
And that is a very interesting bunny sprite. I can't figure out what it is.
It must be, I think it is some sort of hot dog. It would make sense with the chef sprite. Ooh, both Swamp and Pod is a 5-6 crystal, with the green pendant being in Ice Palace.
That would make the argument for finishing Pod right there, because you have a reason to, due to unlocking 5-6.
Yeah, definitely.
Same could be said for green pendant in that situation.
Yeah. I did not see what the last pendant was, though. We know that one was in Eastern, but what was the last one? I was not able to catch that.
Aku went right for Hype Cave and just got some health refills, pieces of heart, $20, and a Dorito. When I'm pretty sure he wanted a peanut.
Yeah. I'm getting.
Oh wait, he's not playing as a Homer Simpson sprite. Never mind.
Yeah. I am getting confirmations here that it is Turtle Rock that is the last pendant, which honestly, with where Red Cane is, I don't mind it too much.
But still, we had to do Aga 1 anyway in this seed, so it would make sense to grab the cane when it becomes available.
Yeah, with Aku and Mike and as well Faker having mirror, grabbing that red cane is gonna be pretty easy for them, because they can just route it together with the stuff like when they're gonna head over and do Skullwoods, for example. But we do need to
instead opting for Swamp.
So makes sense. It is also a high item density palace. A little bit unfortunate that he did not head over and pick up the red cane. Now for a little bit of faster Swamp. He might know the bomb setup for the dive down, but yeah, we have to see what he does.
So Structural Mike is going for the strat I mentioned earlier and hitting Aghanim back towards the center of the room to optimize the amount of distance that Aghanim moves between warp points, which can be tricky at times because you can hit him right back towards the center of the one way, and he'll just go straight across to the other side of the room. There's not much you can do about that.
Yeah. But it is a percentage play. It is better to hit him into the middle. And Top is gonna head into Skull Woods and do some cleaning up there. It is a crystal after all.
And fire rods, so that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah. I know that I have been highlighting crystal and pendants in this here, that they might have more importance, but there are after all a lot of sex inside of GT as well, so if you pair force that, it is also understandable. What were you gonna say?
There's a Triforce piece on the desert ledge, so once we have the combination of Mitts and Recorder... Oh, Aku does know the bomb setup for Diver Down.
And he's rewarded with Barter Sword as well. Ooh. He is just gonna be able to stream through this seed so quickly.
His bosses are gonna get mowed down for sure now.
Yeah, not too big of a surprise here with Top heading immediately towards the boss. And Big Key at the back of Skull Woods.
So to answer the question in chat, once the Triforce hunt is completed, the 50 Triforce pieces placed in the overworld, 40 you need to collect, then Ganon becomes vulnerable. Kind of has a nice Zelda 1 twist to it, because in that game you collect 8 Triforce pieces, go to level 9 and beat Ganon there. Here you gotta collect 40 of them and beat Ganon in the pyramid.
Yeah. Yeah, Top deciding to go for safety here and bombing all of the Gibdos. And he's gonna bring out the lamp and... But at least he got a magic refill, so he can do it again.
Yeah, dealing with the Gibdo by using Bombos or Ether is a good strategy, especially if they're constantly getting in your way. Although if you have both, it's actually faster to defeat them all with Ether, because Ether, they just vanish. Bombos, they still burn.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no ethers today in sight. Oh, the Wallmaster is on the hunt today.
The Wallmaster is out for a meal. Probably because the Wallmaster is getting sorry of picking off whatever winds up on the spikes in Mothula's room, which honestly is the worst part of this fight. The room. You hit Mothula into the spikes, and the spikes are treated as gold sword damage. Mothula is invulnerable to that, so your attack will get nullified.
Oh my god, that's so sad for Top. Oh, struck on Mike, just find Titans bow-locked in pod.
Oh, that's bad. It could be a while before Top gets there. He does get a Triforce piece off the boss, though. So it's not all gloom and doom.
Feel that Titan is gonna be important. Whew.
Aku's heading for the island to get that Triforce piece.
Yeah, why not? It is just there for grabbing.
Absolutely. And now Structural Mike is taking on King Helmasaur. Helmasaur King, take your pick on that one. And just like that, Helmasaur King is defeated.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Copter, I love seeing that. Oh, and Synac, I totally meant nice pool, which is like, words are hard.
Yeah. Yeah, Aku is gonna head up to pod now, and Mike heading back in to take the rest of it. Immediately rushing to the boss earlier, once he found that big key here in the front.
Does Top have kit? Because there's a Dorito hanging out on Bumper Cave.
Ooh. Oh, now you just made me hungry. We are finding another the Triforce piece in the turtle room, and that is just a small key. So the hallway is not gonna have anything. So just head into the maze and start looking over there. At the same time, Faker has also been able to make it to Dark World, and he is rushing into pod as well. And Top is heading north, and he's gonna be checking out catfish.
It's the first check of this today.
Yeah, never this catfish. Ooh, and a Triforce piece inside of the big chest as well. There's a lot of good stuff in pod.
Certainly is, and that's why I argue for pod being a good play when you can do it, because of all the items, and more often than not, there's something good there.
Yeah. It is only really in rare occurrences where we don't have anything in pod.
Typically, I find they yank you around to other areas and present other solutions that happen to be right. It's a rarity.
Yeah. Mike going for the mirror locations now. I'm gonna start off with Kingston and then into Graveyard Ledge. What with the Triforce piece in Kingston? Yeah, Fake and Aku picking up Titans practically at the same time.
Yeah, unfortunately for Top, not able to get that Mimic clip has kept him away from the Titans mitts. However, that could be doing him a service in pushing him towards Death Mountain, maybe? No.
No, he probably, at this point, he probably wants that Titans before going up.
But you can't fault him for, unfortunately, that's gonna come back and haunt him this time around.
Yeah. It is then gonna be either he's hoping that he never have to go off the mountain, so basically having Titans somewhere else, and just running around finding all of the necessary Triforce pieces here in Hyrule. Rule is probably what he might be hoping at the moment.
I have a feeling that that's not going to pay off here. I don't know this. Oh, we got a hammer yump set up. Meanwhile, on Aku's side, gets it.
That looked very, very sweaty though.
The end of the day, he got it. That's the important part. And there's Quake Medallion in the Dark Maze.
Ooh. A little bit of different route in priority between Aku and Faker. Faking following Structural Mike and heading immediately to Helmasaur, while Aku wants to clear out the rest of pod. And Mike now going for that K now that he has found Titans.
Good time for it, and a good time to pick it up.
Yeah.
Now, does he take that to Turtle Rock, or does he try to hold out for the flute?
I would almost want to say that he's probably... It might be probably checking Skullwoods and Seaftown. And then it is a question of, do you go to the mountain or do you go to Ice Palace next?
I would argue for Dark Death Mountain, and here's why. You have the 6 checks on East Dark Death Mountain between Mimic Cave. No, Mimic Cave's part of Turtle Rock. I'm getting ahead of myself. Super Bunny Cave, Hookshot Cave. The question of, is there something on the island? If not, you can skip that. And then Turtle Rock, you have 5 items inside, with a 6th being Mimic Cave.
Yeah. We also have the Spy Cave as well added on to that.
Chat just brought something to my attention. The C-shaped house had the flute. So we are close to being able to travel quickly.
Yeah. And yeah, Mike is probably gonna pick that up as well, and he has mirrors, so he would be able to activate it immediately. And that flute honestly makes it so that you could have a very much easier access into Ice Palace.
Not just Ice Palace.
You also have then Mire and Desert as well to consider into the equation.
Yep, so you have 4 items in the overworld between the 2 areas, and one of the runners already knows that one of those items is a piece of the Triforce, which could push said runner towards doing Mire and Desert back to back.
Was it Faker that checked Desert Ledge? Or was it Mike?
I want to say it was Faker, but we'll see. Another runner could head that way and stumble upon it blind.
Yeah. Both of the 5-6 crystal has been obtained by Aku.
Which is good for Aku. Only thing I might have done differently is done pod first, then circle back to swamp because you're closer to Big Bomb coming out of swamp compared to pod. But let's see what he does.
To be fair though, getting a very early hookshot, hammer, flippers, and mirror, it sort of feels like the seed is then pointing you to swamp. He does have the save and quit, so he can just do this and do the 5-6. And I also believe he has... Oh, that was so close on stuck from Mike's side.
He almost got grabbed out of the hole.
Yeah, what we probably will see from Aku is that he's gonna do 5-6, and then he's probably gonna head upwards. So he's either gonna turn in the mushroom and do catfish. He could then also mirror and check out what Sora had. He was one of the runners who didn't have the rupees going up there initially. Or we might just see him do the same as Mike and hookshot over and do the top of Hyrule on his way forward Red Cane. Or you can save and quit after this. That is also a play.
Moment of truth. That's 1. That's 2. Big Bomb paying off big.
Definitely. We are almost halfway there. Aku sitting now on 19. And yeah, Faker also decided to pivot to Swamp immediately after pod as well. To be fair though, we are gonna see Dr. Mike probably enter Swamp soon as well. With his current routing, if he decides after he has sicked the Wheels of Outcast and that sort of stuff, he might be heading downwards in sick K45, and if he does that, he could potentially just head over and do Swamp real quick before heading to Maya Desert or something like that.
And Blind's got jokes for days, folks. But the one thing about Blind that is a constant is that the fight runs on a script, so if you move the same way, your results are going to be the same, roughly.
Yeah, a little bit of an RNG manipulation fight, definitely. Oh, and
Blind did a piece of the Triforce, and chat pointing out that Top did get out of script, but was able to recover nicely and finish the fight.
Yeah, having Red Cane and having 9 hearts, getting out of the script is not as dangerous as it might seem.
Yeah, it could certainly be dangerous in like a low percent run, without a doubt. Or even running NMG, it could be slightly dangerous as Aku picks up Samaria.
Cough, inverted.
Oh god, yes. That would just be absolutely dangerous.
Imagine not having sword and having to do hammer strats.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah. Oh, and the Faker showing off his what you can do with the Butter Sword against the Argus.
Missed the quick kill, but on phase 2 by that much.
Yeah. And yeah, the bird has been released by Mike. He now has the ability to fast travel.
Also worth noting that Aku is at 20 out of 40 Triforce pieces and is halfway there.
Yes. And chat is also pointing out that it was in fact our first ball inside of Sieve Town, so was safe from any dangers of blind. Oh, and Sick Kid also having one of the Triforce pieces. That was one check that Mike forgot to do while he was up there.
So to answer chat, Ganonhunt is a new mode that they're going to release officially with version 31.1 of the randomizer at a release date to be determined. And in this mode is a 40-50 Triforce hunt. However, when you collect your 40th Triforce piece, instead of talking to the old guy outside of Hyrule Castle, you drop down the pyramid hole to defeat Ganon. It's a fast Ganon seed.
Yeah. So you get your type of pieces, get your combat equipment, and go after that pig, basically.
Yep, and also Aku opted to stand on the left side of the statue, which gets the bird off screen slightly faster. Yeah. And we found Ether. It was at Hammer Pegs.
Yeah. So if Mike decides to head over to Desert / Meyer, he's not gonna have any problem with the medallions today. He has already found all 3 of them.
Actually, it's not gonna. Looking at his equipment, he's not gonna have any problems whatsoever because he's got all the equipment he needs to get to any location in the game. Typically,
probably...
we'd call this go mode. It's more of a go find your Triforces mode, because that's what you're doing, is looking for your Triforce pieces.
Triforce mode? Question mark?
More like a Triforce Blitz mode. I'll admit I borrowed the Blitz part of that from F. Coughlin, but the point stands is that you are basically in what we would call in Zelda 1 Randomizer as Triforce and Go mode.
Triforce and Go mode, I like that. And Top has finally decided to bite the bullet and head up the mountain. To be fair, was able to get 15 out of the Triforce pieces before coming up here, which is not a bad amount.
Yeah, that's actually a good number before coming up here. On the contrary, oh, hi, Silver Arrows at Cave 45.
Surprise, Silver's from nowhere. And Structural Mike now also halfway. We had the mirror set up for the Purple says that is the name. And so he's gonna get the Triforce piece of that, but look at Aku. Not having turned in the mushroom yet, we're gonna see some fake powdering.
I like this play in this situation. You don't know where powder is. This could be a Triforce piece or something else needed out of logic.
Yeah.
Oh, speak of the devil. It is a Triforce piece out of logic.
It
counts.
We have to think out what sort of curse name a Triforce piece would give you.
I'm just going to keep it simple and say Power of Gold. Golden Power. It's what it would have been called in the original A Link to the Past release in North America. So, yeah, to answer that in chat, there's a total of 50 Triforce pieces placed throughout the game's 216 checks. We just need to collect 40 of them.
Fair enough. I wonder when Aku is gonna decide to check out the desert for that fire rod.
Assuming Aku's gone to Sea House, then that could draw them to the desert.
Yeah. I wonder how... Oh, that was that Sandcart in Paradox?
Yes, it was, and that's a good place for a refill. I mean, could arguably be better places for it. But anytime you're low on health and you find it, it's a good find. And Stumpy had a Dorito too.
My favorite moment when Sandcart has been a thing was I was doing multi-world with a couple of friends, and I was healed during the boss fight. I was on 1 heart.
That's can't ask for a better time for a refill than that.
You really can't.
And Faker's done with Skull Woods.
Yeah. And to be honest, if our runners decided to, they could get into GT at the moment.
But the question is, will they have to go to GT to finish up the 40 Triforce piece requirement?
That is the question. Maybe we can get some confirmation here from Synak if Triforce pieces can appear in GT.
Chat pointing out that GT is typically filled with junk. Every so often, something required will wind up there, which is just when the game's being extra mean.
My favorite one in those regards has been seeing Master Sword behind Modom 2.
Ether was needed to open GT, so it's a good thing Aku did not rush that.
Yeah. Yeah, Faker decided to head into Chief Town. However, we do have one obligatory thing here to do. We have been sitting here talking and looking for 1 hour now, so if you guys are feeling generous, make sure to head over to each of our runners' respective Twitch page and press the follow button. They are putting up a great show for us here. I also want to highlight our tracker today, which is Lady Laura Lina and Hugo Maya. And of course, I am Angels, and this is my co-commentator Leslie Pro. And looking on here, what we are seeing on Aku's side, we have seen 2 Triforce pieces here outside of TR so far. So up to 28 now. He's getting there. Yeah, Mike now also heading for 5-6 bomb. We have gotten now the stats from Synac, and keep these in mind because they might help you in your normal seas as well. 15 of the 6 in GTs are guaranteed Yunk, so a total of 12 ones could have stuff. Could be 12 stuff in it, so it is not it might be a few Triforce pieces there, but they likely won't be too much good stuff up there.
So the odds of needing to go into GT for a Triforce piece is drastically low.
Yeah.
Good to know.
It's that is what the stat sheets are telling me. Yeah, Mike was heading down to Lake Hylia Island. Because of where he is right now, it could potentially see him decide to just head into ice because he is in the area.
It makes sense, but nope.
Yeah, he is gonna follow Aku into Turtle Rock. Oh, it's always a good time when Lava Cess has a major item. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do agree. Usually that's because the big key happened to roll there, which is its chest in the vanilla game. But it just means you have to do a little bit more and a less likely chance of skipping Laser Bridge.
Yep.
Which in this mode, why would you skip? Which honestly, in this mode, why would you skip Laser Bridge? Unless you got 40 at, say, Crystal Roller, you don't have a good reason to skip it.
Yeah. Good. Aku is not doing the same mistake as I'm doing during a tournament match and totally forgets about Mimic Cave.
Oh, please. In tournament matches, I'm pretty sure any of us who've been in enough of these tournaments have forgotten at least one major thing. Ooh, that could be something. That book opens up tablets as well as what's on the pedestal. In terms of checking, Aku's taking off.
Yeah, he wants to just head out of there. Maybe he counted the items and decided that Laser Bridge was not percentage play or something like that.
Okay, the fact that he was able to get that
No.
far into Turtle Rock without Fire Rod is pretty good.
Yeah, that is it. And that was also the item that I missed in Mimic Cave that time.
See, my first race on Restream, this was like 5 years ago, and the race that was rebroadcast during the OPT Lawyer Memorial Marathon that was run last year. I forgot Ether at Spike Cave as a part of that race. Forget the wild finish. I forgot Ether at Spike Cave, and that slowed me down considerably.
Oh, that definitely feels. But one thing that felt good for Aku though.
But yeah, the fact that that race was still that close anyway, it was just one of those days that turned out to be a wild finish.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. One thing that at least felt good for Aku though, getting 2 Triforce pieces in Myers Head and then immediately getting another on the Desert Ledge.
That's 3, so this play has really turned out well for him so far. And if he sees it through all the way to Agina, he'll get his Fire Rod.
Yeah. But yeah, you might be heading into Meyer while you're here. That could be a little bit of a trap.
It's only 2 items, though. And considering that Meyer is not a 5/6 or a green pendant, it's hard to argue for going for Vitreous, to be honest, unless an item happens to be on the boss.
Yeah.
So that's Mirror for Top Specialist. Finally. A lot of finallys about to happen in this dungeon. Just saying.
Was that a 6-second time for Faker on the race game there?
Might have been, and it would not be the first time that I have seen such a thing. In fact, I just saw that earlier before switching over here during a mystery tournament match that was being aired on Dante's channel.
Still, that is very
no
impressive.
Spoilers for that, folks.
Seconds. Yeah, definitely, no spoilers.
Chat pointing out that Aku's just been flying through these checks, clearing them super fast.
Yeah, he has been gunning. Definitely feels like he's gonna be the forefront runner when it comes to our race on the race stream here. Don't know about the others that has joined in on this race as well. There are a total of 6 other racers who are playing along as well. When half Magic from Lanmolas.
Not gonna say no to that pickup. Even in a mode like this, even where you don't think you're gonna need the extra magic, that's a luxury item that you'll definitely take.
Yeah, before oops Ganon. But they have Baru in this, so it shouldn't be a problem still. They shouldn't run out of magic on that boss.
And Crystal Roller Chest today had a compass, so we are going to see a laser bridge. Didn't see what was at Checkerboard Cave, but I will assume it was a whammy, so nothing gained there.
It was a thumbs down there, definitely. Some people would rhyme it with piece of fart.
I'm sorry, folks, but to me, farts will never not be funny.
Yeah, we are all 10 years old inside, so.
And there's a fairy in a bottle and laser bridge for Mike, and there's the small key. What about this last chest in the corner? No, that's the actual. That is a not. That might be the actual Twizzle stick that I was thinking of when I saw the Cane of Samaria, because that is the Cane of Burna. But probably not gonna have any value at this juncture in the seed because we already have Cape.
Yeah.
That might as well be known as the lag cane at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Aku immediately gunning for that tablet after finding the book.
There could be a Triforce piece here. But meanwhile, we got a Trinex fight in a zero cycle attempt on Mike's side that just goes awry. It's good effort though. You had the right setup, but just didn't work out.
Yeah, was able to stop the ice head from spewing out some ice though, so that's nice. Doesn't have to deal with
because on this ground, that ice would have formed, and that would have made traversing that part of the ground slippery shoes, if you will. But anyway, that is a perfect phase 2 for Mike, and that is it.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna see Mike heading to Ice Palace next, and then he could go for Pedestal if he wants to.
Uh-oh, top bonked the poultry, and if you do that after AGA 1, then what happens? The poultry becomes a bee trap.
Yeah.
Which, if you're doing a randomizer, that can be a fun thing to troll your friends with, because one of my buddies did a gotcha on me with that one time, and I had a pretty good reaction to that, which I won't repeat here. So the Ether Tablet was good for a piece of the Triforce, so that book proving to be helpful.
Yeah, and Aku rushing back to TR, or didn't decide to opt for anything else, is I probably would have done at that point. How many Triforce pieces was it actually behind after Lava Cest? There wasn't too many, right?
Not that I saw, and chat can confirm. So I believe it was a small key in the big chest. And a compass and crystal. Oh, that's not a nice place to put that.
Yeah.
There's a Triforce piece wound up in the back of Spike Cave. Ooh.
At least it wasn't an item that would be locking locations.
Top is now in pod, but is gonna need to pick up a pot with arrows in it. Which is gonna be not in this room, but the first Mimic room. There's a pot with arrows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Top is probably not gonna be happy once they decides to once they have gone through this room and gone up to the very first cest in the next on here on both sides.
Yeah, that chest might be eating a bomb. Just saying.
It's probably gonna do. With the fact that they decided to serve a bomb in Hype Cave for the one cest that had the Triforce piece, we are probably gonna see a bomb.
Bomb it! I mean, you had to bomb the wall anyway. Oh, he went for the double bomb.
Triple bomb!
Giving the chest the absolute business here. And he's going to leave it at 3, but still, that just absolutely given the business. 15 yards replay the down.
I want the slow-mo and the game of the play overlay played over that.
Yes, somebody clip that for real. Because that was better than your usual Rage Bomb stuff. That was A+. So now it's Landmo fight for Faker Jr. This will be half magic. While for Aku approaching Trinex now. Right now, I am actually waiting for somebody to dive into ice and dive into mire.
Yeah, it's either gonna be one of those two. And based on where Faker is, we are probably seeing him go into mire first out of them. However, he has not been to Turtle Rock yet, so he's gonna have to pivot for that maybe. But with now Aku having had to go back to Turtle Rock, Structural Mike has taken the Triforce amount lead.
That's right, it's 5 to go for Mike. For Aku, it's 6.
And yeah, Aku got no Triforce pieces here in the back, so yeah, should have just stayed away.
And Mike stretches it to a 2 Triforce lead. At this point, if I'm Aku, you probably just go Ice Palace into Skullwoods.
Yeah.
This would be a spot to check the ped before blind pull because you would be checking for a Dorito. Nothing more, nothing less. And I see Ice Palace.
Yeah, going for the item density of the remaining ones. He has already cleaned out front of sheaves, so how many items was in front of there makes it so that Ice Palace has more value.
Yeah, Ice Palace is the value of being 3 items. As top specialist takes a death in the Dark Maze, I don't know if that was intentional or not.
To be honest, looking at the tracker here, he had 3 items in here. There is 1 on Sahasala and then there's 1 on Ped. However, Structural Mike is just behind him. That means that if every single assist check basically all the items that you can gain out of Ice Palace, even with the rewards, if all of them are Triforce pieces, then that is gonna be strike game essentially, because he doesn't have to go to either Sahasala or Ped afterwards.
And I believe that's a 35 on Aku's screen. I can't tell right now because the text actually matches the background, so that does not help matters any.
It is indeed
35.
Yep,
it's 35. Well, we got a bug net, so it's not going to be all Triforce pieces here in Ice Palace.
No, it isn't. Fox going for the rail clip and gets it. Oh, Fox. I mean, Faker.
Aku did clip into the stairway, but from the right side, which is a bit slower than the left side, but it seemed to be a bit safer.
Yeah. Oh, and Aku is going immediately for the boss.
I think he counted 3 items because he was at 30. He was needing 6 coming into Ice Palace. Now he needs only 4.
Yeah. And yeah, Faker is heading back to Vicky. Could argue he's probably an item on Victorious then, because otherwise I would argue not to do this at the moment.
And having the Butter Sword makes killing or rather killing Cold Stare quickly, not so difficult. If you want a challenge, try a quick kill on Cold Stare. I'm getting boss names mixed up now, which is not a good sign. Try quick killing Cold Stare with just Tempered Sword spins and then slashing. I've done that like once, and that was in my Hundo run.
Yeah. Oh, and the puff's able to get Lodge 3 on Mike's side. Okay. Green Pendant, what do you have for us?
Would have powder, but I doubt it.
No!
I was wrong about that. He gets a slash from that large shield. It's not a silver shield, mind you, but it certainly does cause a bit of lag.
Yeah. And to be fair here, yeah, I like Aku's route here, going for Green Pendant first, and also he has not been in Skullwoods yet, so he has also the two Triforce pieces in there to collect. So this will give him 3 Triforce pieces, and I only need to do 1 more after that.
And I do believe there's one more in the back of Thieves Town somewhere. I just don't remember where off the top of my head.
It was on the boss. It's probably one
that
more
could be a
somewhere, though.
long one to get to.
Yeah. Thus Aku decides to maybe then gamble on Spy Cave. Doing a third dip to Dark Death Mountain.
Do you really want to go to Dark Death Mountain that many times in a seat? I know I don't.
Probably not. Alright, Mikey's gonna give us the ped treatment now. Don't sick it! Ah! We wanted the blind!
This was the thing. As I suspected all along, the pedestal holds the piece of the Triforce. It is now 39 for Mike.
So yeah, where is he gonna pick up his last one? And he's heading upwards. Is he going for hoping that the last one is on Catfish?
There was one on Catfish.
Ooh, that is a funny one to have as your final Triforce piece, not gonna lie. But I agree with the Hydra Power in the chat. It was very unfortunate that 40 was not, that the ped was not the number 40.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that 100%, because that would have been amazing.
Can we just mod in an extra Triforce piece here so he got 2 on that location, please?
That's go mode for Structural Mike at 123.48. He is off for a luau.
Yeah, and look at that. Only has a semi-crit and be immediately on Ganon. And this is a Butter Sword fight. Alright, so this is gonna be quick. Don't blink because you're probably gonna miss the fight then. At the same time, Aku going for the blind ped pull instead.
He'll like what he sees, but he's going to be 2 away.
Yeah. This is gonna be 1 left inside of Skullwood, so that one was in the big cest.
a torch glitch, but it's not really necessary or vital in a Silver's kill. And with that, down goes Ganon. We got Bacon. Get your GGs in chat for Structural Mike, who's going to take the win on Restream, provided he gets across this deadly 1x3.
Yeah, a very dangerous one indeed. Yeah, there we go. 125.20 on the dot. That is a snipe though. 2C Plus being our main winner today with a 125 on the dot.
And then 30 seconds behind Structural Mike, Scottish Brave with a time of 125.50. Scottish Brave 44, excuse me.
Yeah, those numbers are very important.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell a Restream victory for the person joining us, and then Structural Mike. GG, well played.
Hey, thanks, guys. GG's. That was the inaugural Ganonhunt on Speed Gaming, I think. What did you guys think?
That it was.
Was it fun?
I enjoyed it.
Really entertaining. It became a really close race between you and Aku. The difference maker was that Aku didn't go to Egina early, so when he went to Third Rock, he had to dip away. And after finding Fire Rod, he went back in.
Oh, really? But Third Rock was such a black hole of time waste. I thought you got 3 pieces out of that. You got 1 in TR, 1 on the book, and 1 on the pendant.
Yeah.
So it was a complete waste of time. Probably better to do the other stuff I didn't do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Samaria and Lumberjack, Moonpearl and Pyramid. Restream friendly seed for sure.
Definitely nice one to have as a showcase of the Ganonhunt.
Yeah. So like I was down to 3 checks when I went for Aghanim. It was a 1 in 3 chance that Moonpearl is on Pyramid, and with Samaria on Lumberjack, it's like, well, whatever. Let's just do it. After having Orphan Sora. So, was there a piece on Sora, by the way? I'm curious.
It wasn't. It was 20 rupees.
Oh, nice. Nice time save. Let's go.
Yeah. both you and Aku went up there without having the rupees, and we saw Faker and Top heading there with rupees.
Yeah, I tried my best to get some rupees. Like, that's why I went to Agina first, so you maximize my odds of getting some rupees before. But nah, didn't get it, so move on.
Yeah.
It's a bit risky, but
yeah. And then we also had the Galaxy Brain play from Top heading to doing the Aga 1 before even going up the mountain.
Well,
and also before doing Eastern as well.
No, not without the boots.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I mean, it makes it easier to do. Like, I consider it, but then I thought about the numbers. Like Samaria, how many checks do you unlock with Samaria? Like TR, basically. And no way GT is needed in a 40 out of 50 Triforce Hunt. So I thought it was a good chance we didn't need Samaria at all. And you probably could get away with not getting Samaria in the seed.
Getting into little quick things here. Aku has finished with a 128.50. 5th place for him, with Arcane coming at 188.22, because Aku has also joined us here in the commentary booth. Welcome, my dude.
Hey, thanks.
GG's. That was a good one.
Yeah, I saw Ped was available, so I said, I'm just going to do that.
How about that Fire Rod, though? How did that feel?
Oh, I felt bad after finding it after dipping into Turtle Rock.
That is probably what made the difference between you and Mike.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
there's this.
beforehand, Yuaku were ahead in Triforce pieces.
Oh yeah, so Fire Rod locked 2 pieces in Skullwoods as well. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Big Key and the boss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate. So I was curious, like I didn't do Landmo, didn't go into Mire, I didn't do Back of Thieves. I assume there was some pieces there. Same as I didn't do Left Side Swamp either.
All right. So
So-
coming up, Leslie, give us the rundown of those 6.
So, Landmola was half magic. Meyer, I don't remember seeing anything of value there, so Chad's gonna have to help me out on that one because I was paying more attention to watching for go mode. And Left Side Swamp, I don't think anybody went over there, unless somebody did when I wasn't looking.
I did go over there and finish that up. I think there was 1 piece and a heart.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Big Key was in the big chest.
Yeah.
God, Faker's making a move.
And it's
Like,
rewarded immediately.
Well, once I got Mitz in pod after Age, I was like, I'm probably in go mode. I'm just gonna start skipping the bad checks now. Because it might need flute. Meh. And then I just ended up finding flute in Vu. It's like, oh, I'm gonna skip everything that is bad now.
I am also trying to remember which Triforce piece was the difference between you two, because you, Mike, went and did Spike, but I don't think you did that, Aku.
No, I did not, but I did Magic Bat.
Yeah, that was it.
Where was powder?
I don't know.
No,
I fake powdered it.
Oh, right. Cool. I just got the 10 bombs and like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, in Triforce Hunt, it makes sense to actually fake powder. I should have done that. Good move.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
when-
where Samaria was in the beginning, and I just held on to that mushroom.
Speaking of Samaria, between needing to get Keen of Samaria and Moon Pearl on Pyramid, this seed was double required for Aga 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely a treat for Restream. Definitely a Restream friendly seed.
It was pretty straightforward to route after Age. You just did a big old circle and got the checks. So not too complicated, I would say.
Yeah, for me going into Dark World, I should have gone to Pod before Swamp, then turned the big bomb in, and I switched those 2 dungeons around because I was more thinking
Oh.
Hype Cave.
Right. Yeah, I went to Pod first, and then I did the whole Dark World loop with Smith Chain and ended with Swamp, because Swamp is slow, even with boots, and I sort of had a vague hope of avoiding it.
I did it because it was Pod and Swamp for red crystals.
Yeah. Like I got the boss in Pod, and like, yeah, probably a piece in Primitive Fairy. Good relief that it was 2, so that was nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost had my last piece on Ped. I'm sorry I didn't. I skipped Catfish.
Yeah.
So that was
39 out of 40. We are mad about that.
well. Let's just say that the Catfish is like the Dark World version of Ped. You know.
I was heading to
Inverted Ped.
Catfish.
Nice.
Yeah,
fish
going.
hype.
Yeah, that King's Tomb was my last piece. Heading east to Catfish for the hopefully finishing it out.
Yeah, just wait until we decide to add that pendants can be shuffled into the item pool, and we have catfish being what you need to do to be able to pull ped.
Oh God!
That would be
Let's not give him
interesting.
too many bad ideas now.
Oh yeah, I should probably not say that with Mike here in the chat.
Sorry, I was what? What?
Good.
I heard nothing.
But yeah,
Looks like we're
looking
about to
back,
get ourselves some Armos on ice.
yeah. At the same time, I'm gonna look at the leaderboard here. We have seen Shyr, Shimo, and Data Tablet as well finishing off. So these are our two final races that we are seeing in front of us. And there was Powder.
Powder in GT in the big key room, the back left chest.
Oh,
And with
no.
that, Faker's leaving. I don't blame him. Why bother climbing GT when you don't have to, necessarily?
And to be honest, he's sitting at 38. He's gonna get his final two from these two things.
But he's not going to get off those spikes in time. That's an unfortunate death. But no, he's got a fairy revival.
Don't do that to us, Faker.
Or he could have not thrown it in time and walked around with a block like I saw Chelsea Lynn do that one time. That was funny.
Well, I'm gonna pop out because I need to go to bed. But thanks for the restream. Thanks for having me. GG's again, Aku.
Yeah, GG's there, Mike.
Let's
you, Mike.
hunt together again sometime. All right. Good luck for the rest of the night. See you guys.
Yeah.
GG's, and we'll see you next time.
But yeah, Faker is heading for his final try for speed, also at Catfish.
There's an irony there, and now top specialist coming up with silver arrows.
Yeah, that is go mode for him as well at 137.57.
Also worth noting that chat pointed out that between all four runners, it was oops all dungeons. Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, looks like top specialist 10 away, if I'm reading that right.
11.
11, okay.
I do also have the restream up because of being able to read the numbers so hard through Discord. We have the wonderful dash strats here against Ganon.
Yep. And instead of the claws that Sigma would troll with, Ganon trolls with teleports.
Yeah.
Mega Man X, fun game.
It is a good game. Ooh, Faker missing out on that torch crisp by just a hair. He's able to recover really nicely though, except for me cursing him on it. And there we go, the final silver arrow.
Get your GGs in chat for Faker Jr.
Yeah, coming in here with an official time of 1:40:28. And has already put down a comment in the race room.
And as chat pointed out, coming up next on the schedule, you're going to want to stay tuned because there is an afternoon match in the Zelda 1 Randomizer Random Percent, the third tournament. As CD Improv takes on some voice behind the mic. Oh, wait, that's me.
But
So
stay
to
tuned,
that
though.
end, I'm actually going to have to bounce out now so I can get ready for that race. Thanks again for watching, folks. Thanks for the co-coms, Angel, and I look forward to doing this again real soon.
The same. Thank you so much. And if you stick around after that, there's actually gonna be 2 matches of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Random Percent, the third. That match is between Firewolf and Drape HD. Drape HD. I don't know how to pronounce that. It is one of those probably. Yeah, we are probably gonna sign off though because of there's still a cool little bit of a time before top finishes. So I want everybody to head over to his channel as this one goes down and give him some encouragement words. So missing out on Titans because you weren't unable to do mimic clipping, it's definitely gonna hurt. But yeah, so make sure to follow all of our racers, Structural Mike, Aku, Faker Jr, and Top Specialist. Big shout out to our trackers, which was Hugo and Lady, the Laura Linda, as well as Sinak and all of those guys setting up so that we can do this. Thanks so much to Leslie Pro for being my co-commentator today. My name was Angels, and we are signing out.